right, this one needs to be followed very closely. Saudi Arabia is getting directly involved in the conflict in Yemen today. They have launched airstrikes against the Shiite Iranian-backed rebels in that area who drove the president out and have now taken over a key port city in the south. Iran calling the Saudi involvement a very dangerous step. Nearly the entire region sinks into chaos now as everyone appears to be fighting each other. Illinois Congressman Adam Kinzinger is an Air National Guard pilot, and he joins us now. Congressman, good to have you here. Welcome.
Thanks. Great to be here. Appreciate it.
You know, just as you were getting mic'd up, we got coming across the wires a comment Hezbollah spokesman as well, calling on Saudi Arabia and the allies to immediately halt the action in Yemen. What's your reaction?
Well, it's amazing because, remember, Hezbollah now has been involved against the Free Syrian Army in Syria. This is the proxy arm of Iran. Not only are they against Israel, they're against the moderate rebels in Syria. And Iran has been having their fingerprints all over the Middle East. So it's always interesting to hear Iran say, well, this is a dangerous escalation. That's because Iran is directly involved in what's going on in Yemen. And we continue to try to placate the Iranians because of this perceived nuclear deal, because the president wants to withdraw from the Middle East, and somehow he thinks Iran is the hegemony for the Middle East. It's going to keep the peace. And we see this chaos ensue. So, you know, look, I commend the Saudis on striking and trying to defend the legitimate government of Yemen, which I've been to Yemen, by the way. And when I was there, it was mostly about al-Qaeda. Now we have, in essence, what could develop to be another Syria or another Libya. So, look, Saudi Arabia is worried about their backyard, as the United States would be if something like this was happening very near us.
Yeah, but when you look at these players, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Egypt, Jordan, the UAE, they are all on the same side trying to quash this Houthi rebellion that's going on in Yemen. You know, when you try to divide the sides here, it could really make your head spin, Congressman, because we're basically against the Iranian-backed forces that are taking over in Yemen. Meanwhile, in Switzerland, John Kerry is sitting down trying to make a deal with the Iranians over their nuclear future. And then if you look at Iraq and Syria and the battle against ISIS, we're kind of on the same side in that part of the world. I don't know how anybody figures out which end is up in this whole thing. It looks like the whole thing's exploding.
Well, it's tough, but a lot of this confusion comes from lack of American leadership. And look, I know a lot of people like to say, well, America isn't the world leader. And we're not the world leader, but we have a unique position where we can lead the world into certain areas and help to create peace. And so what you have right now in Iraq is desperate for help to liberate themselves from this ISIS cancer, and the United States is coming in with tepid help, and Iran's willing to come in with large help. So look, Iraq knows that if they use Iranian help, Iranian ground troops, and these Shia militias, they're going to have a big problem on their hands, but right now they're fighting for their survival. And look, the nuclear issue in Iran is a big thing, and I hope we can stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. But even the bigger issue is Iran's meddling in the entire Middle East. We're worried about Iran getting a nuclear bomb because of what they've shown up to this point. So, look, I mean, they have tried to destabilize the Middle East in their favor, and we continue to placate them, and it's something I don't understand.
Yeah, everything seems to be going their way so far. We'll see if they get a deal or don't get a deal. I want to also ask you about the NATO Secretary General, Jens Stoltenberg, who coming to the White House, or rather coming to Washington, not coming to the White House. Why would the president, you know, and Josh Earnest sort of laughed this off when Ed Henry asked him the question. He said, oh, no, that's ridiculous. Of course we're talking to him. But then he went on to say, no, actually, we're not meeting with him, but that doesn't mean we don't have a great relationship with him. How do you read that?
Look, I don't know. I mean, everything that happens, it's like we've descended into a worse foreign policy than I ever thought we could get to. And now even the impression, look, the president's not too busy to meet with the Secretary General. This is a very important man. And, you know, it's like everything that happens is sending a message to the Russians that we don't want to send. I mean, literally, Vladimir Putin is probably sitting there today in Moscow going, are you kidding me? The President of the United States did not meet with the Secretary General of NATO?
I mean, what did this man do? You know, did he tick somebody off? I mean, I don't know what he would have done to not be worthy of a meeting with the President of the United States. It's pretty mind-boggling.
The President's foreign policy is lazy at best and dangerous at worst.
Congressman, thank you very much.
You bet.
Good to see you.